Then I got for the main fight, which is Gojo versus Six Paths Madara.
Hmm.
Wait, which one are we on?
The gold fight. Gojo versus Six Paths Madara. And I
And
have
I
the
don't.
extras.
And give me
I feel like
mother
this isn't. It's
Madara.
not a
Fuck
close
JJ.
fight. Yeah, I feel like this is not a close fight.
It technically is.
Think it is. This is the toughest one for me. To this day, it's a debate because Malik had started it on the Discord,
Are
but
we going by manga standards, guys?
nah, we talking
No.
about what you know. I think.
This is basically everything you know.
We're doing a $500 giveaway. Here's how to enter. Follow the same convo on TikTok, Instagram, Twitch, X, and subscribe to us on YouTube. Like and comment on the pinned giveaway post on Instagram. Tag 3 friends in the comments. For bonus entries, share the giveaway post to your story, tag us, and send proof that you're following us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Now here's how the giveaway works. We've unlocked platform targets to hit a total of $500 in prizes. 1,000 YouTube subscribers unlocks $150. 5,000 Instagram followers unlocks $100. 5,000 TikTok followers unlocks another 100. 75 Twitch followers unlocks $75. And 100 followers on X, formerly Twitter, unlocks another 75. Click the link in our bio to access all our platforms. If you have any questions, drop a comment or send us a direct message. Good luck, and as always, thank you for your continued support.
Because you have Gojo has the limitless eyes. And then you have Sage of Six Paths Madara, which is full capabilities,
So
which is
we're
basically the
going.
same paths of the limitless
So
eyes.
he has a perfect Susanoo. He has 10 tails. He has all his Rinnegan abilities. He has the Truth-Seeking Orbs.
Hmm.
And just six pass chakra alone. Yeah, no, understandable. I think if Gojo is somehow able to get his domain off, like the fight's going to go on longer. But I feel like even in the instance of like if the fight is dragged out, Madara wins. But I also feel like Madara is going to overpower him to begin with. So
I feel like this is why I understand what Kenny's saying when he's saying that it's not like a fight. But the reason why it's a fight is just because of hacks. Like with Gojo's infinity power, your power scale almost does not matter at times. If you don't have the hacks to actually be able to get through infinity, you're not beating him. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's where the conversation starts for me. Because with Genjutsu, I don't think you're able to put somebody who has constant flow of information, like of everything. Like he's aware of everything. Literally, his domain special. That's what it is. It projects everything in your head to the point where you're not able to move. Where he's able to have that amount of information coming through all the time. I don't think a Genjutsu is working on him. And then the physical attacks is just like at the end of the day, as long as he's traveling towards him, you're not hitting him. So what does Madara have that can bypass the infinity? But also Gojo does not have anything outside of his domain that I can think of that could possibly get to Madara.
The
And that's
issue
where the problem
is
is at.
the issue is Naruto in the Naruto verse. Like we act like sealing jutsus are not like a thing. They seal niggas for fun in Naruto. We
How are
just
you
saw
sealing him?
Gojo get sealed.
How are you sealing him?
The same way they sealed everybody in
How are you
Naruto.
sealing him? You place the
Who
way
is
they seal
sealing
other people is by placing the seal on him. How are you sealing Gojo if
How
you
did
the
how did
attacks
Gojo
not
get
getting to him?
sealed in fucking the show?
Huh?
an
He got
object?
sealed in the show.
But they have to have contact with the person. That's why I'm asking you, how are you sealing Gojo? Because
You
the
don't
problem
have
with the attacks, before we even talk about sealing, you can just attack Gojo. The reason why you cannot attack Gojo is because of Infinity. So if you cannot attack him, how are you sealing him if Infinity is still a problem?
so you telling me in Naruto you have to be touched in order to be sealed.
Yes, I don't remember anybody being sealed just like from away. No, like sealed. No,
The only other person I know that did that was Gara, and that was with his sand. But
and
other,
that's not even the way because the sand still had make contact with you.
yeah,
If
What about
Infinity is up,
Amaterasu? Amaterasu is an infinite burning fire.
that only comes from two persons' eyes, and that's Sasuke and Itachi, and that's not Madara.
so I think it comes down to if you're thinking of can you, my question would be, do you believe that Madara could use his limbo to get past infinity?
That's what the problem. Because like I said, we were having. Mhm.
No, because that's what I'm saying. It would either have to be his limbo because he can go through those type of spaces with his limbo, or not. Let me not say those type of spaces because we don't specifically know all of what infinity is. But I feel like that could be something, or the truth-seeking orbs. I feel like he might be able to use the truth-seeking orbs to get past his infinity as well.
I don't think so.
Because I'm saying, because the truth is, the truth-seeking orbs are supposed to erase anything they touch, not just physical things, but they are able to erase, like chakra fueled defenses as well. So again, depending on how, because they're two different shows, two different power scalings, two different ability outputs, it would just come to like if Gojo was in the Naruto universe or vice versa, would a truth seeking orb be able to nullify his infinity? And then going back to how Kenny was saying, like, yes, Gojo did get sealed. I feel like, yeah, that could be a possible answer as well. But again, if his limbo's not working, if his truth seeking orb is not working, he has to do something to tire Gojo out and able to seal him. Like I said,
That's the thing. You can't tire Gojo out.
If it's a long, drawn out fight,
you can't. He knows how. That's what his negative curse techniques are. His positive and negative curse. He literally has an infinite pool of curse.
So how did he get sealed? So how did he get sealed in Shibuya?
He wasn't.
Got
He
shot in
still
the process,
tired.
man.
You said what? You said what?
Emotional shock. Giga just recently talked about that. How literally almost every time he got attacked, is but having an emotional shock where he lets his guard down. So when he saw Geto, he's like, "You're supposed to be dead, like my homie. Like what happened?" And then this nigga's like, "Nah, nigga, it's not." He let his guard down.
He wasn't tired.
But this is my thing. This is what I'm getting at now. I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm gonna go with Gojo, and I think that Gojo is winning because yes, the truth-seeking orb does cancel out chakra, but I feel like it's all in the explanation of how specifically Gojo's infinity work. Because it's almost like as long as this thing is traveling towards him, it's almost like that space is just like stretching to where you don't get him. So it's not nothing that you're touching. It's just intangible. It's almost like there's a distance being created, but it's not visible. You feel me? Between you and whatever is coming your way, and that's how that thing always maintained. Unless he chooses to use the blue or the red, because he has that pull or push ability. But when he's infinity is up, that's just what it is. Like that distance keeps on happening. And with the limbo, it just exists in a different dimension, and you're not able to see it. However, forces were still able to block attacks and actually stop it or even hold it. Like once Naruto couldn't see them, he just could feel them. But at some point, he was able to use his clone and just hold him in places. So I feel like the way they strike or attack you has to still deal with your reality now. And as long as you have a force that's still denying that, I don't think that the truth-seeking orb nor the limbo can get to him. And just because right now the only attack that I can think of that lands on somebody is Gojo's domain extension. That's the only attack I can conceive that has a possibility of working. Because Genjutsu on Gojo is not going to work. None of the attacks is reaching him because of infinity, unless he lets it down. And I don't see a reason for him to let it down. But also Madara, none of the physical attack is getting to him. However, that domain will. That's what I'm going with.
I feel that. I understand and respect Bomba's points. I do disagree. I feel like because Limbo can allow you to go through dimensional spaces, I feel like you can consider Gojo's infinity as some sort of dimension. Now, one thing he did point out that's important is that Naruto wasn't able to see them. He was able to feel them and sense them, correct? So once you release the Limbo clones into his infinity, of course, Gojo should be able to pick that up. So I think he'd be able to put up a fight against that. But again, I think that's another area where he gets overwhelmed. And again, I believe the truth seeking, if you can't overwhelm him with Limbo, I believe the truth seeking orbs, because of their ability to negate chakra based defenses, you feel me? You can, I feel like that would be able to either destroy Gojo's infinity or at least nullify it for the small amount of time for him to be able to defeat him or for him to be able to see him off. So I'm gonna go Madara.
I just wanted to clarify another point too. The reason why I understand that the limbo works in a different dimension. However, his limbo compared to what Kaguya was using to get through dimension is different because his limbo generates from his body. If you remember, they showed it like it's almost like tree branches coming through you. Right. So it generates from his body. I don't see a way that he'll be able to just spawn it inside the infinity bubble that Gojo always has going on.
Right.
And then also the other thing, chakra. I was having this talk with somebody on Discord once again, and it's Nils. And he had brought up the similarity between chakra and curse energy. And in my opinion, it's completely different because chakra is explained that it comes from like mental energy, physical energy, and spiritual energy, whereas curse energy is simply derived from like negative emotions. So I feel like it's a whole different energy source. I would not necessarily give the attributes of, because at the end of the day, like, yes, I could give the physical attack the damage that they would do because it's physical attack at the end of the day. As long as you're able to launch fire, you're going to feel fire or electricity. But the energy in itself, I don't think that it has the same property. And like at the end of the day, to infinity, I don't think it's tangible. Like it's not something that you could touch. Because if that was the case, I feel like people will be able to, like there are binding vows and things that affect reality. Maybe people would have been able to use that earlier if they're able to conceive infinity as a thing.
My question to you is, how does he beat Madara though? Like to win, you have to also inflict damage on Madara.
That's what I was saying. The only reason I'm going with Gojo is because when I'm thinking of somebody being able to land an attack, he's the only person that I can think of, and that's with his domain expansion. By overwhelm Madara. That's the only thing I can think of. If you remember when he launches this, Joko is not able to move, and he explained even in the train station that's why he opened it for 0.2 seconds, because the people there would have been fucked up forever. Like they would not be able to recover mentally. So that's why I'm like, just like if he launches it on Madara, like I understand Madara's IQ is up there and everything, but literally his brain cannot resist that.
Well,
Gojo is able to go through that because of his brain, RCT now, and specifically the 6 eyes.
But was Madara not reanimated?
When he became the Six Paths, he was actually alive.
Because Madara has regeneration too, but I just feel like if I'm frying your brain, bro, you're not regenerating. That's not a matter of damage. And then I can also do whatever while you're just there in a stagnant state. You're not able to move or anything. You saw like how Gojo was able to come through and rip Jogo's head off. What's stopping me from doing that with Madara?
That's tough.
Who you going with?
That's a lot of
one
That's the problem. Yeah, who you going with, Kenny?
Bro. Infinity
Also, I just want to say this is the first time we let a nigga that's doing a tournament or a versus. This is the first time we let that nigga not answer his own questions. This is the last time this is happening, bro. It's the last time this is happening because if it was one,
I mean, he gave his answers earlier. Who would
no. Bamba would have answered his questions. If this was me, this nigga would have been like, nigga, what's your pick?
He not even saying his picks.
You said what?
Malik been saying his picks.
Bro,
yeah, he been saying his picks. Say your pick now.
Bro,
he been saying his picks the whole time.
Hell
no. You earlier.
Hell no.
He said Toji, and he said Yusuke.
Hell no.
I promise he did.
I did.
Well, make a bigger deal about it.
I'm gonna say because these niggas read the manga, I'm gonna go Gojo. They know more than I do on the subject.
Not even a manga situation, honestly.
For real.
I feel like Madara has a way to pass Limitless. I just can't articulate why.
See,
I can't remember any.
Just to make Carlo happy, I'm gonna answer. I was always on the fence with this battle. I love this battle just based off of the hacks on both sides. I mean, both sides, it just have so much things that literally does destroy the plot for its own manga/anime. So that's why I think it's like really even. But 9 times out of 10, I think Gojo wins 6 out of the 10 times. That's how close I got it, to be honest with you. Mine most of the time is just based off of who takes it seriously first. And Gojo does go for the kill immediately. Madara will go for the
Don't play
thrill.
around.
Madara would definitely go for the thrill, and I think that's what would probably hold him back. And that's just based off of bias and what we've seen thus far. But if we going off of ones and just based off a video game, I feel like it could definitely be even. Madara's hacks definitely can get the best of Gojo with his Limitless. Limbo, if it's done correctly, could get him killed in surprise, but it has to be like real quick, and it has to be go straight for the kill. But other than that, I think Gojo's whole, how I like to call it, imagination bubble around Madara can definitely still kill anybody with almost any verse.
Yeah, I think the only other argument I would have was just the fact that his Rinnegan would be able to absorb attacks too. But again, it's one of those, will his Rinnegan be able to absorb cursed energy like it absorbs chakra?
Yeah.
But I mean, just to keep it a buck, like I said, that's why I was saying, like, no physical attack from Gojo is even like killing or hurting severely Madara. Like, and Madara just will likely use his Susanoo too.
Yeah, and that extreme regeneration is just a cheat code, bro.
It is.
Join our Discord server now and dive into a space where we talk everything: sports, anime, music, entertainment. We cover it all. And trust us, it gets hectic in there. Got questions, hot takes, theories? Bring them! Share your ideas, thoughts, and be part of the conversation. And hey, if we feature anything you drop in our videos, we'll be sure to shout you out. Our community is growing fast, so don't wait. Tap in now, leave your mark, and enjoy the fun before it gets packed. Share this with your grandma.